You know?
Yes,
But
I believe
yet
so.
to fulfill, his mandate. But I know he will before the general election.
Yeah, man.
Sorry for break your spirit, Dojan. I don't think he has the zest.
It's not a matter of the zest. When you listen to his commentary, he's more concerned about the person who has released the information to him than about his own self. So his concern is not about fearing for himself, but really fearing for the person who is feeding him the information. Right? And sometimes that's where you are caught. You're caught, do I proceed and hurt somebody else in the process?
We need a George Davis.
Or do I just hold back a bit in order to save this person? But he may be forced, his hand may be forced, because when you think of the national interest, he may have to have a meeting with that person and say, listen, I may have to proceed because this is a matter of national security. We may not view it that way, a lot of persons may not view it that way. But it is actually a matter of national security. What is happening? What the opposition is putting forward and pushing and undermining
Joshua, when I actually can phone go off. Joshua?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but phone go off or something go off.
Just put the phone on silent. Take care of a vibrator and put it on silent. Yeah.
Right. Oh, let me take it off. One moment. All right, so it's now on silent. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm saying that this matter, though I said George Davis may be forced, his hand may be forced when he may have to look at it and say, boy, this is a matter of national interest, right? And as such, I have to put the national interest above protecting one individual, because what the PNP, and I can say it blatantly without any fear of contradiction, what the PNP is doing is really corrupting our national institutions, and it is a matter of national interest. And we mean some of us who have a better insight into where this thing can go may have to give George a call and say, George, yes, we understand that you're trying to protect somebody, but when you look at the national interest, which is a bigger picture, you may have to have a talk with the person and say, hey, are you willing to protect Jamaica? Yes, we understand that it may squeeze you a little bit and put your name in the spotlight in a way that you don't want to. But when you look at what you would have accomplished by protecting us nationally as a nation, right? You may have to become the sacrificial lamb, right? And one other thing I would love also, that forensic report that Lashika was talking about earlier, that is mysteriously not surfacing. I wonder if we can get somebody within the IC to photocopy it and sneak out some of the information.
I believe that George have it, I believe that to my core, that George have it.
Joshua, I said it before. The person who is responsible for the leak needs to get it to the public, not just to put it to the public so we can see it and know what go on.
Yeah, man, it's a matter. Listen, this is bigger than just targeting the prime minister. They see it that way, but this is a matter of national security. That's how far I'm taking it.
Joshua, it's 2 reports, right?
The forensic report and which one?
And the one for the lead investigator. For the lead investigator that says the process of investigation was unethically done.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
And she resigned.
So that's why George was saying that they were trying to force her to withdraw her statement.
I believe that.
Exactly so, yes. Mm-hmm.
I believe
even Kamika went on vacation before even her tenure was up.
Listen, guys.
Come like she was forced out. Come like she resigned even before,
Well, you guys need to listen to 411. 411.
She have a great commentary on it.
Yes.
Great analysis on it. I just actually watched the last one, and it was where she showed out where it's coming from and how comes Christie was not forced to resign if we are clean up, if this woman had come for clean up the Integrity Commission, whatever.
No, I
And
don't
she
think
said
this
she not
woman
no
come to
evidence.
clean it up. I think this woman come to finish the work that they never finish.
I think so Pantan
That's why I said it. Me make sure me registered my thoughts publicly before anybody start talk. I said this woman is worse than Pantan.
Yeah, have you guys seen the 3-page letter that she wrote?
Is a blob, it turned into a blob from Pantan.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I am saying, and I want to be on record saying it. This is a matter of national security, and it needs to be dealt with forthwith. We can destroy a nation with this. I read an article some months ago on one of these lives, where a revolution was started in one of the European countries because of a rumor, and it was because of the same pursuit by the IC after the Prime Minister. Why I had read that article.
But Joshua, what is up?
Yes, sir.
Did you know that we would have been sitting at a better position on the corruption index score if it were not for this situation, though?
I believe so.
Because
in fact,
remember, when Reuters thing there, tweet, so the Prime Minister go get under scrutiny for corruption. If you look,
I'm not hearing you, Mr. Vegas. I don't know why. Yes, after Reuters, and I didn't hear anything after that.
Yeah, after them tweets of the Prime Minister under scrutiny. You know, when I hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, we are here.
Me I say,
Yes, sir.
when an international body like Reuters, I go tweet something like that, just think what that does or what it did to us on the global index score, the corruption index score.
Well, I agree with you, and let me tell you why I agree with you. Let me tell you why I agree with you, because when Christie first did this, I am on record saying, I don't even remember which one of the TikTokers I was on, but I'm on record stating that we must be careful that it doesn't affect us with the rating agencies. You know?
Watch this, Remember saying, this was what Rattigan them started campaigning even last year when them on the road same way. These are the things that they were pushing for. They were pushing for Jamaica to be rated so badly on the corruption index and chart. That is the reason why they went on international soil to point out how we have this high number of unalive rate, or we remember at one point the man had up some photograph with Andrew Holness and Andrew Holness's wife in a New York City, in a bridge, in the heart of the city, This, you don't understand how powerful them images they were in a bridge. If you see the Prime Minister picture and under it, you see criminal, you see corruption, under the Prime Minister wife. And at that day, them stop. Rattigan used to bridge, I think say he must just basically a liar and I put forward him talking points. I mean, I have nobody with, nobody have objection to whatever. But then we realize that this is bigger than when we even thought it was. The man them have up the Prime Minister photograph and the captions and all them things in the heart of the city region. So this thing, even with tourism and everything, just imagine how that impacted our position and the corruption index chart.
Mr. Vegas, from there, me believe that Rattigan and his associates, I believe they are enemies of the state, and I stated on this platform that they must be barred from entering Sagsta International Airport or Norman Manley International Airport. They should not return to Jamaica, and they are terrorists.
Dojan, you see what the money in America do know? The money in America, the man all go after people were him deemed to be enemies of the state. That the money I do know, And these things you can't lose.
Protest you participate in.
How granny chicken soup there?
You could have
right now, even if you're a citizen, you they still a knock on your door. They have you on watch list.
My brother said me want
remember me tell you that.
You know. My brother sent me something today where I say Jamaicans with green card are slated for deportation from the United States. How is that?
Yeah.
Hello.
Brother, the man them just take a virgin. A virgin where did that? The man them take a virgin with that lead a protest in some school. Down like Sammy Mount and you are going now. You can be a citizen and still get deported in the act. The act what the man them have now.
Alien act. The aliens act.
You can be, you say, because you go on, you know, enough people don't really fine print or something when they go in for naturalization, you know. Yeah, you say if you're an enemy of the state, yeah, then can pull it up on you. And Trump now, I'm putting something to say.
I'm sorry, you know, it's my hand squeeze my phone.
You see them man right now, like Rattigan, them are Herb Nelson, them man, they would definitely we see come and I try bring down the country. Yeah, they must be called into question. And them man sleeper sell them like all Kevin Stevens to them. They may have them as me personally, and this is my opinion. So we can take a disclaimer. I personally feel that Kevin Stevens is an enemy of the state.
I believe
personally.
so.
My ear Chuck say something. My ear Chuck say something. I have a second Chuck in this. Chuck say when you cannot like Trump, but Trump already knows say you don't like him, and he took a decision not to deal with the people that wanna like him. So CNN, MSNBC, all of them, and I think the government should do the same thing. I just think so. Don't go where you're not welcome.
No, that's why the other day when Favor gone over
welcome.
That's why when Favor see Favor wake up and smell the coffee. Favor run go over the comrade platform after the debate and she try to chip her up with a little pro box question. Then or a little 20,000, 2,000 question. You see, then try to set up Favor now in one see a orange. I mean, I know who give Favor the moment last minute.
She never book feed.
Yeah.
Me said, them I try set up Favor over, and I remember say a judge thing, you know. But judge, I tell you, say, you know, me not think judge have the zest, you know, because me couldn't get caught this up. Is a trap. Them set over that, you know. You think I chang them up? You think I chang them do over that?
Duncan Sutherland last night though. She get a lick. Right now,
yeah, but them that plan.
She done, brother. She done.
Them done since they goes unnoticed. Go unnoticed, brethren. I not she them want that now go viral. A Favor at the turn right now on the PMP side. Remember me tell the brethren. Them want her like how dry peas were on fire. If she never go over it, not even judge couldn't save her. Because the people them is a sea of orange over there last night. How comes them I said JLP never show up? Which part JLP that go sit down? Where them not go well? We don't see how that manufactured bridging and manufactured the man them put that. You know, see everything the top man say. I be you see that? If you will never go for that man, so as you say, Lashika, we have to stay in our lane.
Vegas, where was that?
Straight.
Yesterday, that was yesterday. Vegas.
Papa, you take man.
Vegas also Dayton Campbell came on and said, balance sheet can't name. And I said to myself, I wonder why I tell people say, but balance sheet. Balance sheet show the financial position of any company, you know. I know stable companies, you know. I mean, I'm come up and make a statement like that.
But yes. Why that fly? Why you think that fly? Why you think that fly, family? You're in a sea of orange, bro. Anything flies, bro.
Anything goes. Any can play.
Any car, not even
pandering to populism, you know.
I remember saying
pandering to populism, not facts.
Right, I remember saying, when me looking at the crowd, me I say, John, how much of them people can decipher what is going on right here?
Thank you.
Because a straight orange them if me a show for
Remember,
that
say the
event, me
man
now
we are
wear
talking about
orange
the
or
E. coli
green.
in the water, George just a try get a point to the man, but through him in a home crowd advantage, The man would have never allow George to just ask him because he might try, if he say, George just say, no, in a some of the water with them test. That means say, I know all areas. So he might base.
Say me see a thing with there. And when this surface up, right? Me see where the youth them are swimming at the water and them are carry on over the one at Kingston. I don't know what it is called. And people just are
Yeah, big up my MPR, Bobby Monticchio.
I want to revisit the point that Mr. Vegas made earlier, though.
Bobby Monticchio.
Yeah, all the time.
Go ahead, Uncle Josh. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, because he made a point which validated the point that I was making when he spoke about Rattigan and Kevin Stevenson, right? About enemy of the state. And so it validated the point that I was making about it's a matter of national security. Because if you're on a witch hunt to get the prime minister, listen me, don't even put it beyond them in terms of even a coup, if they feel that they have to, or even assassination plots,
Can't try assassination, but they can't try no coup. You're mad. We security force will flush them down entirely.
And I'm not saying that they will not, but it don't rule it out. It don't, even if a man going to lose a fight, it don't stop him from having the intention,
True.
Listen me. Dojan, don't put nothing past perception.
Yeah.
And don't put nothing past people, brethren. The PMP, after the Integrity Commission report came out with the 170 pages, and the parts that were supposed to cause, first thing, look what happened. Mark Golden and keep a press conference, and I want to take back a look. Now that when I look on it with better time, with time pass, I want to look on it. Look back on a press conference where they call when they say the Prime Minister for resign. Then look what them do. Woman, see, liar woman there. First thing she do, she said, oh, and by the way, bolt money, right there so. You get Jamaican people to start say, right? So him take away bolt money. See? You have them people angry now. Boom. Him rob money. No matter what, a man thief. When you hear say you a thief, he want to beat you too. See?
Yeah,
So what they were doing, they were building up public perception. I don't know how, I never have to give credit to you people on the internet were push back and whosoever push back and thwart it. But they were on their way to start chaos in Jamaica.
Yes,
They're
man.
at it again. And the JFJ, sadly, in my view, and this is my personal view, is a part of the coup. Because now, you're going out and making it sound like
from February last year in Vegas, me tell them in the morning after the local government election, I come on this live and I say, Jamaicans, because Mark Golden refuse to concede defeat. He has now set the stage for blood to spill on the street of Jamaica again. So, me not really put nothing past them, but me know with security force is better capable now to deal with certain things.
I'll show you one more thing. Sorry, Joshua.
Yes, sir.
But watching, I'll show you one more thing. Look what the man do again. The man comes and put out a thing. Yeah, man. I'm a junglist. I mean, I say, when I have my back, dog. I mean, I say, I rile the money, I rile the people, and people don't know where I'm going, you know. And the man come and I'm afraid of no guy, none of them guys in the parliament. I'm afraid of none of them guys there. And then the man comes and boom, no again. And the man say, yo, we have to start dealing labor right wicked, you know, you think so them talk. There are some simple talk. One of the things there are some joke talk them there.
Hey, Viegi, all when you talk on the live, you have backup singer. You're good enough.
No man, she practice everything too. I will PNP be convert, you know. All Westmoreland PNP when I do John place. Because I pay for 2 man when I do John place. All PNP turn labor right. You know, be a green clothes may have now, you know.
I was not have a pretty set of girl in Jamaica, you know, no offense, La Sheikah. You know.
No man, be nice man. Facts are facts, you know.
Somebody rub off on her. You know.
Facts are facts. Facts are facts, man. Can't run from facts.
Tell them say the breeze will blow off of you, blow go down the Yashika.
Just make them know. Just make them know. Say me nice like.
Sure. Say if you see 1 million, I prettiest girl in Westmoreland, that you know. I mean, I'm
back to regular programming.
Exactly. Nothing knock down that quickly. No, do John. No, we don't come again, you man.
You can say have a second, man. Just hold your position, you know. Number one.
We hold a tie. Make a hold a tie.
Hold a tie. We share.
Both tie or regular tie, which one?
Tie.
Yeah, so back to what we were saying. You see, I think people are taking this thing lighter than it really should be taken. You know, you see this fellow, and me not care which comment want to hear me.
Big up everybody.
Big up, sir. And this fellow, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him, this white fellow from England, he means Jamaica no good, right? And I think let me tell you how not we in our small corner on TikTok about from the highest level. Interpol needs to be involved, right? FBI needs to be involved, and certain people need to be declared person and use some of the cyber crimes law against people like Chief and Wayne Lonesome and crew. Yeah, man.
A long time I declare them been saying it.
Revoke
As
all
a
them
matter of fact,
passport.
according to Rattigang squad, I think I heard Nelson say it. So them they did a forensic investigation into the Prime Minister's financial. A couple years back and sent it to the party how long ago then sent it and sent it to the IC. Them talk that for live broadcast. So them do investigation into him from a longer time. And I also when you listen to the Integrity Commission report, see one of the things they try to get the Prime Minister charged for is a contract that was awarded in 2009 or something like that. Back when he was Education Minister or something like that.
2006 to 2009.
Somewhere down there, so. Then if you can go so far back in the Prime Minister's dealings, why
My bed. And I say, all right, let me go and listen while I'm having my bath. And when me hear the rubbish, man, I have to chip in, man.
I blame myself last time because me go tell the man to go on a platform with that boy, the nasty boy. Me, the way me hear them attack, Zane, me I say no man, a sensible or a great mind. No disrespect to the labor them with it up there. But a great mind need to go set them straight.
Yeah.
Zinka,
Me I tell you
at the
enough
end of the
time me
day,
come and say me not go on no platform, but when me hear the bullshit, me have to say no, sir, this
you
can't
have a
fly.
woman up the name Miss Chin 77. Me write down her name. Me say the woman ate Andrew Holness with every ounce of her fat. Me tell you. I don't know. When we did stand up on him and talk to you, so Joshua, me swear
Take him
say,
down, man.
you'd have bailed me this morning. And that's what I say, it's politics. I want something where I want dangerous something.
Yeah, man,
No.
that's the man.
Boy, they disrespect you last night, Joshua.
Hold on, no.
I'll know me a boy.
Hold on, no.
Oh, disrespect Joshua.
You'd have to bail me.
The boy, the little nasty boy was run on the internet, man.
The one when you're reckless, the opposite of reckless.
Me know say him, man. When you say run on the internet, me know say him. Me
Yeah,
say
man.
if him DM money, I know.
Listen,
man.
Listen, the man says something. The man, all right, Lashika, me know say you hear enough disrespect when disrespect people. And the worst one happened last night when the man attacked to Joshua.
No, but guess what I did want to know? No, rile me up and get her forward. But you know, you hear when them laugh of time when me said to him, say, my mother is 82. My mother is actually 92. I make a mistake and say 82. I say, my mother is 82. And if I dare say you want go, then something wrong with you and people laugh of time. And that get him bring even more, you know. But him just a come from under my mother.
Me hear a man say, a man wanna talk on them live and thing, right? The man say, if him see that the man the amount of beating why him give him. The man don't come on lives. The man just start regular in the comments, watch it like a very rare him will comment. But me send him a hoodie, me sell him a sweater, right? And one day him call me and I think him hear some form of disrespect. And I think when the disrespect with Charmaine and the man said that cross the line, man, to the max.
Yeah, man.
And
the boy
man
say, no filter, Lashika.
No, man,
yeah,
him
man,
don't know himself, man.
The man called me and the man was so angry. The man said, Lashika, I don't know who to talk to, but me have to talk to you. The man said, if me ever catch that boy, they press me gun.
Lashika,
yeah,
the way the man talked to Joshua last night, for nothing at all.
Yeah,
nothing at all.
Yeah, man.
Yes, me lay down out there, so. I like me out, me heart just a race, because I say, yo, I couldn't just in front of me, the boy, I turn up. Or anyway, but with the turn up and with a conversation, and the boy, I do this.
I guess
yeah, internet, man, the boy, no manners, man. None at all, man.
Internet badness, them have, man.
Evening, people. Evening, labor rights. So I go on.
Evening, my boss.
Evening, Chromas. Me see you get a new caretaker here now, Chromas. How it look?
Caretaker. Well, you know, say, I don't even know where I go. Because I come like, I see Bujidata put up some things, so I don't even know if I believe.
I think I want like a run off to go on right this or something.
Yeah, man, I wonder where I go on. Where's Elder Josh?
I saw you on another live. I was on the For You page watching.
Oh, yeah. Me the pass through for this a little bit. Bless up everybody, man. Mr. Vegas, bless up yourself, boss. They'll be 100,000,000%, Bridget. Like, yeah, deal with them, you know? Beat them bad, you know? Yeah, that little Bridget, the way I talk about, you never know what I'm missing something there. But I look like an individual there, a cockroach we're not talking about. You see him? You even know so one of our people them book him already. The Bridget named Pitbull. But that man is a uniform man, you know. I know say boy need to shit up himself. Don't idiot. Eh? You never hear about it?
No, sir.
Yeah, the Pitbull, man. You know what I wear, man? Man is a uniform man, you know. And book him, and face him, and I say, what? Big man. So what you say? Ray. I'm identifying, say, I mean name someone. You never know. And when you see man in uniform, him turn idiot, him turn sab. What? Why boss, what you say? Ray, him turn baby.
Yeah, man.
You see me? So them boy that pay chatting, them boy that have nothing behind it.
No worry yourself, man. No worry yourself, man. You see, I'll give myself until probably about August, October there, son. You see, when me touch down, me as a half a tree in park. Must find him.
Cockroach that man.
The boy rude man, but you don't bother find him. Because cockroach, I feel must be cockroach. But what the man talk last night, just listen me brother. Yo, you see me? I go stay far from them when you see them on the platform. Major man, when sometimes when it's unbearable when you hear them say the thing them, you know. It's unbearable, you know.
You know why me don't even call it waste time. You know why me restrain myself and go in front of them? Because you have to chop down the nonsense in public. That it don't spread.
Hunger problem. Because remember say people gullible, you know. That type of problem, you know.
Yes.
And we in a digital era, you know. And you see grandma we are listening. Grandma will wake up on night, they can't go back to sleep and say they are listening now. A problem that, you know, grandma vote gone, you know.
Yeah, man. All right, let me give you an example.
Problem, you know.
Let me give you an example. I know a family in Spanish Town, around Angel side. And it's a girl I know good. I give her a visit right in August there, so. Right at our workplace. And my girl, I tell me, say, boy, this is a girl what she and her family normally vote Labour, right, you know. And you see, at the height of the foolishness with the IC, she tell me, say, boy, she has switched her vote, she and her family. I'm ask her why. Listen me, an hour plus, you know, me have to stand up, you know, with that girl, you know, and walk her through the whole thing, you know. And it's so our mind take time start come back round, you know. Now, if a die-hearted Labourite and them family can be impacted by this thing, can you imagine a neutral? Eh? And that is why sometimes me we take the journey for dep on a platform with them all when me not want it there. Because them people are lie.
And so I explained to Lashika, said it was targeted, right? The areas that were targeted to go after the Prime Minister. Charity, poor people, money thief. Boom. Once you mentioned, I remember say them adapt, they said them are running and are stressing, you know. In thief, charity, money. That means that people say, what? Him rob poor people? That. Then make sure so them hit some sensitive nerves. You see him both money. In thief, you see him both money. And that are the problem. And
then the next part.
Them little nerves there. And them things that them take on.
And then even the thing with the house. If say, boy, yes, if a poor man do it, them all bulldoze them house. But rich people can't do them thing and get away with it.
Joshua, you know? when a poor man we here 400 million and them basically say, yo, the money I make the money since Hinton Prime Minister. How you when I get a chance to talk to that man, expect that man is gonna vote?
It's true. It's true. Right?
Eh?
True.
Well, dear man, he work hard. Cut out, man.
And that run now, yeah? So good night, peeps, yeah?
Yeah, man, go jump off, you know. Big up on yourself too, yeah?
Yeah, man. God
Joseph, big up yourself.
You know what I have to say about the whole thing. Good night, everybody.
Good night, sir.
You see, me's a Bin Laden man, me's a Putin man. The whole heap of thing about them I admire. The whole heap of thing about the Roman Empire that me admire. There's a whole heap of thing about Xi Jinping that me admire. The man, you know, allow them emotions to really run them. But here's my thing on the whole thing. You see, because Joshua just mentioned about the family who was convinced. You know, say, it's Joshua, between me and you, to be frank with you. You see, if somebody cannot use them senses to understand what is the present around them, in other words, people can't say anything. What is it that is your reality? What is it that you're seeing in going on in the country? You say, if that not convince you, you're not going to waste your time with you. You can vote who you want to vote it because you're not even working upon my party. I mean, you just have to work out numbers because you're not a thinker. And I don't need persons who cannot think for themselves to even vote for the JLP because the thinking vision include thinking. So people who are like that, who can be swayed by their emotions, can never be a part of my team. I don't need them. Right? I mean, we might talk about the numbers to win the election, but Andrew will say one thing. Him say him no longer concerned about no winning an election. Him concerned about the legacy when I left for Jamaica. And I think a lot of us, even some of the labor rights and even worse the PNP, a lot of us is yet to get to the vision of the leader, you know. And a lot of us is yet to emulate him in his entirety. You know, when a man can do a degree with all that was going on around him, that is a master class. And I think a lot of us, especially the men in the Labour Party, we need to see that as a stalwart, as a standing example of what leadership is about, what focus is about, what drive is about, what vision is about. Him lock himself off of all of the negative that was going on. That's star class leadership. So people will go get back down with PNP and them bagger. While the same lady who you say you convinced out of Angel, why she never gets it? You know what? Remember FinSac, so I still go check with JLP. Remember run with it, so I still go check with JLP. I don't need those people.
No, my brother.
God, I don't need them. Personally, I mean, anybody can have a different. I don't need them. I don't need people who cannot think for themselves, you know. To be frank with you. So the point about it is that if you cannot wrap your thoughts around the vision, sleep the vision, eat the vision, think the vision, put the vision into the practice, sit down on the family table, discuss the vision, brother. I waste my time because let me say and just say it is not about him not concerned about no thing again with what winning this or winning. Him is concerned about it.
All right. May hear what you said, my brother, but we have to remember that in any group you have different socialization, and you have different education level, and you have different abilities. So those are the three factors we must always consider. Mr. Vegas's degree that he did dealt with anthropology and another discipline that would articulate that better than I'm articulating it now, right? And so you have to understand that if people have different education level from you, what it means is that their understanding of a matter is going to be different from yours, right? Their knowledge base of the same matter is going to be different from yours. If a person has different socialization from yours, it therefore means that they're going to operate differently because they were socialized totally different from you, right? And because of these factors that I mentioned, these three factors, socialization, education level, and I don't remember the third one, then what you have to understand is that we now have to determine within ourselves that, listen, not because I have knowledge regarding this matter, don't mean that the next man have the same knowledge base that I have regarding the matter. And that is why we are on these platforms. We are not here to socialize, even though we do a little of it and we get to know each other better, right? Our primary purpose of being here is to educate persons, not just to convince them, because convincing people without education leave them still vulnerable. Because you can convince a man, but if he's not fully educated regarding a matter, wherever the wind blows after that, he's going to follow it. But if you're educating first, then he will be convinced on his own, right? And so you have to educate the man. So we know about FinSac. A person might have decided to be a laborite either because of their parents or the community that they grew up in, the family that they grew up in, or they had made a decision from early. But in terms of the intricacies of the policies and the politics and the information that we may have regarding the opposition and what they did and what the government has done over a period of time vis-a-vis the opposition, they may not have that kind of knowledge base. And so our job is to educate persons, whether they're errant or they just need to know, or they are just totally ignorant, or they already know. So that's four grouping. The errant, which means that they are walking in error, they don't have a full understanding. They just need to know, so that's curiosity. Or they're ignorant, which means that they don't know none at all. Or they just need to know more, right? Those are the four groups that we must always consider when we're talking. So we can't leave no vote.
Uncle Josh.
Yes, sir.
And panelists,
yes, sir.
Now 10 minutes past 2 a.m. in the United Kingdom, sir. And ladies and gentlemen.
Which means that you pass your bedtime.
Exactly, sir. See you soon tomorrow.
All right, bless up. All right, bless up, Doja. Cool.
God bless you, man. And all
Mr. Joshua, bless up yourself.
And great life, guys. I'm glad that we can bring